Prince Harry TM's announcement about the release of his memoir has reportedly sparked concerns within the royal family. Prince Charles, 73, who is the heir apparent, wants his sons to support and emphasise his position and how good a king he would be. Expert Richard Eden claimed the Prince of Wales should brace for further comments from Prince Harry that could undermine his image. Jessica King, the host of Palace Confidential, asked, "Do you think that as said this is sort of chipping away at Charles's credibility? I mean, could it get worse?" Mr. Eden said, "I feel really sorry for Prince Charles. The Queen was always going to be an extremely hard act to follow, and there'd been plenty of doubts about Prince Charles as king. He needs his sons to be supporting him and emphasizing what a good monarch he would be, and instead he has Harry launching these brickbats from across the Atlantic. I think this statement was definitely part of that, and I think there'll be worse to come. I do worry genuinely, I think that's an overstatement." He added, "I really do worry that eventually Harry will come out, perhaps, after the death of his grandmother, and come out against the monarchy altogether." The Duke also claimed that the Prince of Wales stopped answering his calls ever since he stepped down from his position within the royal family. Author Robert Lacey, in his new book Battle of Brothers, analysed the fragile relationship between Prince Charles and Prince Harry. Mr. Lacey said, "The media explanation of why Charles had stopped taking Harry TM's calls was all about money. The long-suffering father was apparently tired of being treated like a cash dispenser, as one royal source put it, but there were more profound issues at stake." Prince Charles has reportedly decided to slim down the monarchy by not extending the titles to Prince Harry TM's children that was once extended by George V since 1917. Mr. Lacey wrote, "In pursuing his own cause of the slimmed-down monarchy, Prince Charles had been making noises about limiting the number of HRHs created by George V TM's 1917 convention still further, thus cutting out Archie from his future princeship, and Meghan took that personally. Prince Harry expressed that he felt let down by his father and will try to heal the pain passed down to him genetically. He said, when it comes to parenting, if I've experienced some form of pain or suffering because of the pain or suffering that perhaps my father or my parents had suffered, I'm going to make sure I break that cycle so that I don't pass it on. It's a lot of genetic pain and suffering that gets passed on anyway, so we as parents should be doing the most we can to try and say, you know what, that happened to me, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to you." Trademark. Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, both 39, recently released their Christmas card photo for 2021. The new family portrait was shared on Twitter, accompanied by a brief message from the Cambridges reading, "Delighted to share a new image of the family, which features on this year TM's Christmas card." The adorable snap shows the family of 5 during a trip to Jordan. The Cambridges travelled there for a holiday during their children TM's half-term break. The country is particularly important to the Duchess of Cambridge, who lived there from 1984 to 1986. Kate attended preschool in Jordan while her father worked for British Airlines. In the snap, Kate wears an olive green dress and sits next to her husband William, who wears a polo shirt and shorts. At William TM's side, sits 6-year-old Princess Charlotte wearing a checkered floaty blue and white dress. While on Kate TM's side, 8-year-old George wears a casual camouflage polo and beige shorts. 3-year-old Prince Louis sits on a fluffy rug on the floor while wearing a striped blue and white polo. Dr. Lillian Glass, an internationally renowned body language expert, analysed the image for express.co.uk. She pointed out that young Charlotte had the most serious expression of the family, but also that her body language indicated she has already been educated on what it is to be ladylike, meaning she could be clued up on royal protocol. Dr. Lillian Glass said, "Charlotte is the most serious of the group, although she does lean in towards her family in solidarity. She seems more reserved and self-contained in this photo as she holds onto her hand for restraint, self-comfort as well as balance. William does reach out to her with his arm in the back of her. Her ramrod posture shows she is also extremely confident and independent." She added, Her sitting side saddle with legs together shows how she is groomed to be ladylike. Her closed lips and squinted-like eyes not opened brightly do not show happiness or joy but rather an obligation to sit for this photo. The image was met with delight from royal fans, with many pointing out that young Charlotte bared resemblance to her great-grandmother, the Queen. At Geograth 531, said, "You can really see Queen Elizabeth in Princess Charlotte." While at Marjorie 4804969 wrote, "Charlotte is such cute princess, she is a mini version of the Queen." George in this pic reminds me a lot of Charles, Diana's brother. At Livesy Eggs wrote, "Princess Charlotte really is her daddy TMS twin," and at Sion_ appeared to agree, writing, "Princess Charlotte is truly a copy and paste of her papa," while another, at Jessica Wood 94, wrote, "How does Princess Charlotte manage to look exactly like the younger Catherine, William and the Queen all at the same time?" Last year the Sussexes shared a sweet illustrated card of their Montecito home which featured their son Archie Harrison, and this year fans are hoping they may share a picture with 6-month-old daughter Lilibet, who the public is yet to see. Reacting to the Cambridge's card on Twitter, user Loodles gushed, "Looking forward to seeing the Sussexes' Christmas card. Harry and Meghan with Archie and Lily." The Cambridges are not the only royals to have shared their official Christmas card, as Prince Charles and Camilla also made theirs public. They delighted fans with their humorous choice of picture, which showed Charles helping Camilla on with her face mask while they were at Royal Ascot in spring. Follow for more live updates. Prince Harry notably stepped down from his position as a senior member of the royal family alongside his wife, Meghan Markle. Mr. Anderson claimed the move would defy the hopes of Princess Diana, who suggested both the Duke of Sussex and Prince William could be her revenge on the royal family by taking a leading role and steering the monarchy into the future. Speaking to Royal Us, Mr. Anderson said, "She would say that, William and Harry are my revenge, and by that what she meant was that they would both lead the monarchy into the future. She absolutely would not have liked Harry turning his back on his birthright so that he could sign deals with Netflix." Reports over the years suggested the Princess of Wales was dismayed by the royal family's reluctance to modernise and allegedly told Sir Max Hastings, the former editor of the Daily Telegraph and the Evening Standard, she would have preferred Prince William to take over from the Queen. Sir Max told Channel 4 last year he had met Princess Diana for an almost 2-hour-long meeting as she attempted to get across her side of story as she engaged with Prince Charles in what has come to be known as the War of the Windsors. He said, "She said that all she cared about was William TM's succession to the throne, and she said to me, quite explicitly, I don't think Charles can do it trademark. The outcome she wanted to see was for Charles to stand aside as heir, and for William to occupy the throne." Lady Diana replied, "Well, then you have to see that William's very young at the moment, so do you want a burden like that to be put on his shoulders at such an age? So I can't answer that question." Mr. Bashir asked again, "Would it be your wish that when Prince William comes of age that he were to succeed the Queen rather than the current Prince of Wales?" Diana replied, "My wish is that my husband finds peace of mind, and from that follow other things, yes." The tragic death of Princess Diana ultimately appeared to spur the royal family into modern days, with members becoming more approachable and open to the public. Prince William and Prince Harry both held leading roles since stepping into their positions as working royals, leading their own awareness campaigns on mental health as well as taking on an increasing number of patronages. The Duke of Sussex, however, renounced his position within the royal family, citing a desire to become more financially independent away from the pressure of royal life.